Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. Sometimes I could in our area. It's not teenagers playing. Cannot blame them. It was Virgin just dropped out, and I've just spent the last 20 or 30 minutes testing the internet through the PlayStation. So hopefully they've fixed whatever there is that's ailing them. £60 a month that cost me. £60. I pay for the middle package because the internet usage is so heavy in our house, and I am at the bottom of the pile for the internet at the best of times. And then when it breaks, then we all get hurt. So yes, we got up to the final. We got to the end. I looked at the back of the stream, and we did start the first lap of the second race. But what the hell? We'll start again. We'll split the two streams into race 1, race 2. And we'll just carry on like nothing went wrong. So here we are. It's a reverse grid of the first race, ladies and gentlemen. GS Myth is on pole, and he is rocking a set of hard tyres with Mini in second. He's also on the hard tyre. YT is starting in third on the mediums, with Method fourth on the hards. Brian Moncani starting fifth on the hards. Matty Alder is starting sixth on the hards, and the Stubbs, who won race 1, is starting in 7th, and they're on the hard. So everyone, ladies and gentlemen, everyone has opted for the hard tyre apart from YT. Now, the rule is they've got to use the hard tyre for the minimum. Well, they've got to use a tyre compound, one of the two, medium or hard, for a minimum of 2 laps. But let's face it, it's going to be the hard tyre. Those on hards are going to do 2 laps. They're going to go in. YT is going to clean up like Mr. Sheen. So let us get this race underway, ladies and gentlemen, and hope the internet holds fast just for the next 12 laps, not 13. So GS Myth then is leading them away with Mini in second and YT on those medium tyres. But remember, the tyres are cold. It's even Stevens for the first couple of the corners until some warmth gets into those tyres. So YT cannot get active yet. He cannot activate that agent, the sleeper agent within him. Method struggling through that first row of corners, and Brian Moncani looks to be giving him a bit of punishment down this straight, but he can't get up alongside him at the moment. Matty Adler there in 6th place. Someone's off, and it's the GS Myth, ladies and gentlemen. GS Myth. And he probably started as a mistake and probably thought, that's a happy mistake. I don't want all these fast people up my rear derriere. So Mini at the moment is holding on against the YT. But YT's tyres are up to temperature, and he is looking fighty, punchy, ladies and gentlemen. His sleeves are rolled up. He is ready for the fight. And now he's ahead of Mini as well. And Mini, though, looking up the inside, a little bit of contact. YT nearly dropped it, but kept it together. Nothing serious, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of banter between the two, and Mini then backing off, but not letting Method through. He's holding the Meth up, ladies and gentlemen. Mini is holding back the Meth, and Brian Moncani all in amongst that, and Brian Moncani out wide, and Matty Alder almost coming into contact with him, and then we're all heavy braking, and it's a bedlam of a show down here with Method ending up talking to the barrier. Let us we're not the stewards. Oh God, wrong button. We're not the stewards. Oh, it's already happened. Hang on. So let's have a look then. There is Method coming in, baby. He's going for a move. And Brian Moncani, I think that's where we saw Brian Moncani going a little wide in that corner. Maybe a few bit of dirt on his tyres, and whoa! Method just felt the Yorkshire T right in his Jack C. So let's have a look from Brian's point of view. I've got to say, I looked at the other stream, and it's unfair. Oh, this is the first incident with our man Brian. Oh, him and Matty coming a crop of each other. The brake lights go on at the same time now. I think Matty did give Brian a small bump, but I think it was all a little bit over the top, and that is GS Myth going by the carnage. that we have just seen. So YT now leads the race with Mini in second. The Stubby S is in third already, and Matty Alder is up there in fourth. And again, we'll have a look. At the first, I thought this was peculiar, and I didn't know what to make of it, but I have went. So there we see Stubbs getting sent to the Shadow Realm, as we already saw. YT heading around. He's happy. He's slapping it down. He's putting the accelerator on. He's thinking, yeah, baby, let's race. And then suddenly brakes, Mini, and then he gets whacked by the Adler. Poor Adler. He's got the death of a man on his conscience. So here we go, as we come around. And I thought, why the hell was YT braking? That is crazy. Mini just about avoids him. So does Stubbs, but Matty Adler had no choice there. Alder, sorry, not Adler. That's the drummer of Guns N' Roses. And I thought, what the craziness was YT up to? What was he thinking, ladies and gents? And then it dawned on me. I think a safety car was called. I don't think Matty was probably in the chat. Matty didn't know a safety car was called, and YT caught them all out, slowing down on the straight. So we're under safety car conditions, ladies and gentlemen. I honestly think that's what YT was trying to do. Brian Moncani is continuing on around. Maybe he's not got message that it's safety car. So I don't know if there was a chat room here. So I don't know if all of them are on board with the safety car situation. So it's all a bit of a 6s and 7s at the moment. They're waiting for YT to catch up. Well, he's there, isn't he? He's on the back end, but are they gonna... Oh, someone's off. Oh no, GS Smith has done a George Russell. He's gone off under safety car conditions. We're never going to get through this race, ladies and gents. It's taking too long. I'm having to flick back all the time. So I just think him and oh no, it wasn't Matty, was it? Who was the other side of him? Oh, it was the Stubby S. Stubby, yeah, a little bit of... I just don't think they understood I don't know what happened. It looks like they all lost their heads, ladies and gentlemen, on lap 2 of Sardegna. They're trying to do a safety car for sure. They may not even be now, because it looks like Brian's racing and Mini's trying to stay with him. And so, yeah, no, they're back up to racing, I think. We're back to racing again. This is that was a tough one. Poor old GS Smith got hurt there, and Stubbs, he's lost out a bit. He's still on the back of the pack though. Still 10 laps to go. Brian's going to have to pay a big penalty as Mini goes very wide, and Matty there is in third, Matt TY, and Method with YT. YT, don't forget, is on those medium tyres. It's crazy, isn't it? It's been a crazy race so far. What an adventure. What an absolute adventure. Someone was kicking up dust here. Mini and Matty. Matty, Mini. Oh, Mini out wide there. Matty's got a wiggle on. He's got a snake on. Squirreling all the way under the accelerator. Method right under his spoiler now. And Method could pull the trigger here. They're both on the hard tyres. You can see how tricky those hard tyres are run. And it's lap 2, and none of them have gone in for the hard tyre. None have gone in to get rid of that hard tyre. So maybe they don't think the medium can last 11 laps, which I'll be very surprised about the way the softs did. So what's going here? We got 3 abreast virtually. No, it's YT going for a move on. Method, YT on those medium tyres, so he's going to be needing to get on with some actual work, because yeah, there's a lot of hard tyres. It's lap 3 and YT is running in 4th, and this is not what he wanted. We have had a safety car, of course, but that was only half a lap, and Matty now trying to get to work on the Mini. And we're coming up to Church Corner. He's going to be a brave move if he wants to go around the outside here. You always slide to the outside, but no, tucks in behind the Mini. Good thinking there from Matty, and he gets the move done anyway. Lovely stuff. A little switcheroony from the Matty there. Looked to the outside, pulled it back, and swung it around the inside, and Mini just left standing at the altar, alone and abandoned. So YT then on those soft tyres. He's going to be the next man trying to get past. Whoa, Method hasn't read the script, ladies and gentlemen. On those hard tyres, makes a move on YT, but YT still slightly ahead on the medium tyres, has the grip advantage and pulls ahead of Method. And then we've got the two beautiful rocket cars racing together, nose to tail by Method and StuBS trying to get back into this race as Method again having a look at YT as Mini makes a mistake. Mini makes a little blunder in the corner. YT up to third now. He's just got to worry about Matty and Brian that are going man on man up at the front, ladies and gentlemen. Brian's decided the hard tyres have done, and so does Matty agree. YT continues on with clean air. Nothing to worry about. They're all in the pits. Method's in, Mini's in, Stubbs is in, and I'm sure Smurf will be in when he gets there. Poor Smurf. I feel you, man. I feel you. My race wasn't much different. My race wasn't much different. So YT takes centre stage, ladies and gentlemen. Is it possible? Can it be? Could YT get his first win of the season here in the very last race? It's going to be tough. The Moncani, the Matty and your StuBS are fast guys, and now they are onto the medium tyre and they are going to be hauling as YT has lost a couple of laps on those medium tyres against the hard runners, and hitting the barrier doesn't help. But it's you're your own man, YT. You do it your way. I'm just saying, I don't think you should be clashing barriers, but you know, you're the pilot of the Pilot Mustang. So Matty then ahead of the Moncani, somehow went in the pits behind him, come out ahead of him. Beautiful stuff, beautiful pit work from Matty's pit crew. And so the Brian, though, all up and in Matty's busyness. He's doing his accounts for him at the moment. He's so close. Ooh, a little tap with the barrier. And we saw Brian and Matty having a little ding-dong earlier before all hell broke loose. And, Matty got through that corner quite nicely. Just flipped that car around, didn't he? It looked like the back end was out, and he just drifted it into where it needed to be to go through that next corner. And the sun is growing long here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, beautiful. Look at that sunset, ladies and gents. Does that not just... Sat aboard with the Bry as he drives us around Italy. I'm going to get over here. Oh, look, he's got nice jeans and a plaid jacket on. Just hanging out with me and my mate Bry. Two very manly men hanging out together. Nothing weird in that at all, is there, Brian? Brian and Ryan sitting together. He's taking me around Italy, showing me the sights. So Brian at the moment in third place. YT he's out there on the mediums. He's not going to pit until lap 11, we presume. And oh wow, Brian pulls it in close there. He is now up and upon the Matty. Matty, he's got to make a decision: defend or send it. And he's gone for send it, ladies and gentlemen. And Brian then haunts his dreams at the moment, haunts his very thoughts. And Stubbs is doing the same to the Bry. We were on board with Bry, totally oblivious that Stubbs was trying to climb into our boot. Unbelievable battlage here, ladies and gentlemen, between the Matty, the Bry, and StuBS. Oh, Brian has a little knock with the barrier, and Stubbs is there for that. Method is fifth, just a little bit further back from them. He will be upon them soon if they carry on the racing. YT is dropping it, ladies and gentlemen. He is out of there. He is shifting. So Matty in second with the Monk in third, and StuBS has dropped. Oh no, he has. StuBS dropping back now from that battle, and Method is on scene, ladies and gentlemen. He is in the vicinity with Mini in sixth. Oh, Mini with a bit of damage there, and he's trying to give Get Smurf something to do as Get Smurf tries to close in on the Rizzler driver. No Mika. When you just noticed, no Mika. There's loads not in today, is there? YT then leads at the moment. He is yet to pit. He has not used the second compound. He has the hards still to put on. Matty pulling away from Brian. Brian now slipping back. We saw Stu BS doing that first, and now Brian slipping back towards Stu BS. Stu BS was unstoppable in race 1, and in race 2 he's going to have to do a bit of work for it. Carvin in the chat giving us a wave, hello, and Vodka up saying yes, hey, we're back. Yeah, it was the internet this time. Virgin. My upload speed dropped to below 1 megabyte per second, and I've had to test it a couple of times. It's slowly gone back up, and then when it got to 10, I've been told it's recommended 11 megabytes per second upload for YouTube streaming, and I've risked it at 10. I just thought, screw it, let's do it. So Stubbs all over the back of our man Brian, the Yorkshire Tea Warrior, at the moment holding on to the podium, but our man Stu BS, he is up for it. Ooh, nice little rub. Rubbing his racing, Brian, rubbing his racing, and Stu BS is just introducing himself. It's like the Pro Sim Racers handshake, you may say. Oh, down into second gear, ladies and gentlemen. The back end swaying like Frank Sinatra. Swinging, one would say. And Stu BS, he's got a lovely little Puma uniform on. I'm obsessed now since I've seen Brian's uniform. That's beautiful. I want Brian to win now so we can see him do the podium stand. Have you seen it? Did you see it? Look, jeans and plaid. Look, he's a relaxed racer, ladies and gents. He just turns up in his homewear. YT out there pushing hard, ladies and gentlemen. And he's gone pink, yellow and black. I'm here for it. It's nice. It's a fashion parade now, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at all the pilots' dress wear, their overalls, as YT pushes hard. Look at him go, ladies and gentlemen. He's not playing. He's not hanging about, you know. He seriously wants to come out in that little battle, doesn't he? He's really pushing on. 54s along the way, but he did lose a lot of time in them first few laps when the rest of the field were on hards. 53.0 for Matty. He's pulled away from the Monk now, who's on 53.4, and Stu BS is giving him a lot of thoughts at the moment, because Stu BS is pushing hard. He was unstoppable race 1, and he is looking like he is up for the fight here, as where is YT going to slot out in this race? Method then in 5th place, just not quite hitting the 53s that his teammates getting, and Brian Monk has got some 53s. But Matty is all about the 53s, ladies and gentlemen. YT at the moment, he's only doing 54s, so that should put him out behind the Adler, somewhere between maybe Monk and Stubbs. Mini, we saw he was trying to slow down to get smurfed. He had a bad lap on lap 5, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was his lap. Wow, 3 laps. Whoa, a lot of laps. 2:10, 2:21, 2:04, and 2-minute is not what Mini wants to be remembered for. Remember him in such days of like last round when he was up there fighting. Sardinia, it destroys us all, man. He's starting to get the pace now on these medium tyres, ladies and gentlemen. He's getting into the swing of it. And GS Myth also, good lap times from the Myth as he chases down Mini. YT at the moment, though, 53.7. He has got the message. He knows he needs to be going faster before lap 11. There's Matty. Let's have a look. Oh, I think we've seen this. It's just Puma, isn't it? Stubbs and Brian are having a ding-dong, ladies and gents. Let's go back. Brian then coming down the straight after just taking the fastest lap of the race. And the Stu BS is all up and about his business. Stubbs under braking, tries to get a nose ahead. The Monk has lost the rear derriere. OMG. OMG/dot hashtag OMG. So Brian Moncani slipping down to 5th with a daring race move with the Stubbs. He tried to keep his foot in there as Stubbs went for the move up the inside, and I don't know, maybe he had a wheel on the dirt, maybe just found that ugly spot. I'll tell you what, Brian Moncani, this race, if he'd be having any luck, it'd be bad luck, wouldn't it? He really would. It's not gone his way. He got a podium in the first race, in all fairness, but he hit that wall that really was ridiculous. And yeah, it's just not. It's not been his race. Sardegna has not been a place that Brian can revel in. Method, though, up to 4th with Brian's misfortune. Method gains a position. Stubbs also, Stubbs already got the position. Let's in more fairness say he got the move done. And Matty then is being caught, ladies and gentlemen. Matty is going to have to pull something special out because Stubbs is doing 52.1s on a set of medium tyres. That, ladies and gentlemen, is rather scary. So Matty is going to have to drive like he's got the devil chasing him. YT, meanwhile, he's waiting for lap 11, remember, to do the minimum he needs to the tyres at the end so he can put a set of hard tyres on. So YT is he's pushing, ladies and gentlemen. He is hard pushing out there to try and get out in this battle here with the Adler, who will be technically leading the race, I imagine, but Stu BS wants a double win. And we've seen AA Ron pull off a couple of those, but I don't think we've seen many of them this season. And Stu BS, he fancies it. Method now is going to have his hands full because Brian Moncani is a little bit faster than the Method. And he's going to be all up and in his boot pretty soon. He's going to be riding on the spoiler, should we say. And Brian really is slinging his Yorkshire Team Mustang around as he tries to find a way past the Method. Alongside, I can't get over his race uniform. It's awesome, Brian. If you ever do watch this back, because I imagine none of them do, that's got my seal of approval. That is brilliant. So Brian Moncani at the moment chasing down Method. Method, he's in a nice stripy one. Looks very American. It looks mega. So, and Stubbs, we've seen Stubbs. That one, hey, Minnie's gone with the car. He's got a Rizzler. He's sticking to brand, ladies and gentlemen, and I give him, a nod for that. And the Myth, he's just in he looks like he's in a tracksuit. So YT comes in earlier, a lot earlier than I would assume. No, it wouldn't be lap 11, sorry, because it's not 13 laps, but still lap 10, end of lap 10 would be when you'd want to make that pit stop. So YT is making a rather early stop, in my opinion. He could have gone to the end of this lap, so he's covering his bases, I guess, or he's miscounted. Sometimes I forget to count that last lap. I think, 2 laps to go, and then think, oh God, we've got to do the last lap. Bloody hell. So Matty at the moment then in the lead of the race as Stu BS is in second, but he is hauling ass, ladies and gentlemen. He is absolutely laying it down. YT's come out of the pits ahead of Method, and Method is under fire from the Monk, ladies and gentlemen. The Magic Monk of Brian is hounding the Method. And YT doing an absolute blinder there, but he's on the hard tyres for this lap and the next 2 laps, ladies and gentlemen. So that's tough as a Method and the Monk come along. And they are already up and amongst him, and I don't think YT is going to be able to do anything about these pair. And Meth OD is through. Oh, 3 wide. Hello, thumbnail. Oh yeah, the thumbnails just keep coming, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, wowzers, Brian Moncani. I'm having that again, ladies and gentlemen. We're having that again because Brian Moncani pulled off a move there. He tried to do that last time with Stu BS and he lost the back end, and this time it worked for him. And I am here to applaud him. Well done, Bri. That was awesome. Not Bri. That's got to be awful. I bet you'd rather be called Anne than Bri. Brian. So, oh Method. The Meth OD is all up in his business though, and Brian's going to have to haul it if he wants to stay ahead of the American. YT is in 5th place. Of those hard tyres, no friend of his, but luckily Mini had a little bit of a nightmare. He's still having a nightmare. Wake up, Mini. Wake up. You're having a nightmare, my friends. And get smurfed. Not looking like he's agreeing with this track, although he's been nice and consistent. He's just tootling around, doing his thing. Leave him to it, will you? So Matty the Alder is leading the way, but Stu BS is up for this. We are 2 laps away. Well, this lap and 1 more lap. Has Stubbsy got what it takes to close in on Matty? Oh, Matty having a little... Whoa! Stubbsy losing the back end as well. This is hard fought, ladies and gentlemen. Matty and Stubbsy both driving on the very edge. And Brian Moncani there ahead of Meth OD. And the Meth OD is on the run, ladies and gentlemen. He's going for it. He's up and all in his business. Ready to serve it out. And down into the braking zone, but Brian Moncani seems to have it under control. Holy schmolies! And Brian Moncani, Method there to save him. He was going round if he didn't hit the side of the Method, and he stayed ahead of him somehow. And I don't know, I think Brian probably should give that position to Method, because he saved him. He saved him from a terrible spin. So at the moment, Brian Moncani and the Meth Ed are absolutely... No, I'm sorry, Method. It's not fair. Just trying to play with your name. YT then in 5th spot. Those hard tyres doing him no favours whatsoever. Mini, can he close in? 55's YT. He's only just started, really. 56. I think he's going to be all right on the final lap. And get smurfed. He's not going to catch up with the Mini. So Matty, he's got this 1 lap to survive the Stu BS, and Stu BS is pushing on hard, ladies and gentlemen. And Matty's out wide. Matty is out wide. These two are pushing each other. It could go either way. Brian Moncani holding on ahead of the Method. And YT hopes that they have a collision so he can come and clean up for that podium. But at the moment, looks like Matty is on course for the win. A few more turns to go before the end of this race. But, I mean, Stu BS just seems too far back. And Matty seems to have a good amount of pace on board. It's going to be... Was that a little tap with the wall from Matty? It hasn't hurt him if it was. So at the moment, Matty holding on to the lead. Stubbsy giving him a friendly flash saying, crash, you bugger. But Matty, no crashing here, sir. This is a crash-free zone. And now the last heavy corner before the end of the race. Matty has it all under control. Beautiful stuff there, Stubbs. There's nothing he can do. He needs Matty to make a mistake. He's going to try and get a tow. I don't even know if he's close enough for the tow, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's too far back for that even. And Matty then, for the very final race of League 5, is taking the win. Brilliant stuff. Great drive. And Stubbs takes second. Fantastic. Brian Moncani holds it ahead of Method. For third, another podium. Or is he slowing down to let Method through? No, yeah, he is, yeah. And Method takes the podium then. Well done, Method. And Brian Moncani giving up the spot. And I guess it's fair. Method did save him from spinning. YT comes home in 5th with Mini heading on home. And I imagine he is relieved to see that flag and the end of the race. 6th place for Mini. And GS Smith. Again, another one. I imagine relieved to see the end of the race. In the chat then, Vodcroft saying cheers thingy, always a great watch. Oh, bless you, thank you. Well, thank you, man. You do watch a lot of my streams, and I don't know. I can't imagine it wouldn't do something strange to your mental stability, but, you know, fair play to you. Everyone's got their own thing, haven't they? If you like listening to my voice and going slightly crazy, that's your thing. So GS Smith then comes across the line to take that 7th place, and I imagine he is relieved. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. And one thing is guaranteed. AA Ron, Brian Moncani and Totem would definitely get promoted, I imagine. Definitely. Totem wasn't here, but I don't think anyone was close enough to get anything on him, so I think Totem's safe. So yes, those 3 will definitely be promoted, but I think we'll see a few others promoted to League 4. So I don't know how long the gap is. I assume it's 2 weeks for some reason. In my head, I'm thinking it's a 2-week break because we did the 1v1s in between and we had 2 weeks to get them done. So I'm thinking it's a 2-week gap before the new season commences. And I'm hoping I'll be doing League 4 next season. We'll see. We'll see what the management say. And I thought 3. Yeah, there is 3 definitely going up, but I mean, in League 3 we had 8 drivers. You said in League 2 you've got 8. So that's most of League 3 would go up to League bloody 3. I mean, League 3 going up to League 2. I don't know how League 1... League of Champions are usually good for numbers. So, yeah, I don't know how League 2 was looking. League 4, I'm not sure. I saw a couple of people leave from League 4. So they're probably lower on numbers. And then we only had 7 at the end of this. But I think there is some that... Eric of Canada still wants to race. I think Panda and Pork Sports still want to carry on racing. I think... AA Ron's out anyway, he's going to get promoted. But yeah, some of the guys that aren't here today, Mika, I think these all want to continue into the next season. So, there's still numbers there. Anyway, but I think a lot of them will go up. Hopefully a lot of them will go up and I'll be talking about them next season. And no, 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I thought 3. So Vodkrov seems to think it's 3 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks. So it'll probably be a week. And we'll be back again with the next GRSC Season 2. And I should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, covering League 4. That's exciting, ladies and gentlemen. So join me back, hopefully again, for your GRSC action. And if they don't let me, I'm going to do it anyway. They have to share the replays, so I'll just do all of them. If they say, no, you can't stream them, I'm going to stream them anyway. Even if they say no, because they've got to share the replays and I can get them. They can't stop me. Just don't tell them I'm doing it. All right, guys, it's been an absolute blast, even with all the internet problems and me wanting to absolutely rip the router out, find the CEO of Virgin and cram it down his throat. Tiru, peace and love. No, I can't end it like that. It's been a great 10 rounds. The big thank you to the URL, the Ultimate Racing League's admin team. You've got, I don't want to name them because I'll miss someone off and then people get sour and salty. But Derg for the tables, for sure. I know Derg is mainly for the tables. Stuart for all the stewarding. I know he's called Stuart. It's brilliant, isn't it? And Alex for all the admin stuff. In this group, I believe AA Ron did a lot of the hosting, and Brian Moncani's done most of the replays for me. Big thank you. It was Method this week. Thank you to Method for the replays. Thank you everyone who took part. Thank you to my mum. Thank you to my dad. Thanks God. And all the other gods. There's 2,000 of them. I can't get through all of them. I'll just mention the main one, the one that everyone likes. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.